Bruce Naylor, your host of the Frugal Technology Show, where every week we're talking about small business computing, frugal technology, you know, what makes you money, what saves you money, what's good, what's not so good. And I wanted to start this week's show out with a segment I call Windows 7, The Empire Strikes Back. It's been no secret if you've watched my videos, I'm not the biggest fan of Windows Vista. I found it to be slow. I found the first year of living with Vista to be particularly rough due to lack of drivers, things just not working right. Just not a really good experience with Vista. And you know what? Microsoft's been hard at work fixing Vista. In my opinion, they've been working on fixing Vista and coming out with the newest version of Windows, which they now call Windows 7. My opinion is what I want to talk about Windows 7. I've had people say, well, Bruce, what do you think about Windows 7? And the first thing I want to let people know right off the bat, Windows 7 has not been officially released. It is a beta, and that means that it's not quite fully baked yet. But as far as beta software goes, this thing seems pretty feature complete to me. And I got it from the Microsoft Download website. It was fairly simple to do. There's about 2.5 gigabyte download. Burned it to a DVD right here, the Windows Vista DVD. And I installed it on a compact NC6220 laptop. Now this is not a state-of-the-art laptop. This laptop is several years old. It has a Intel mobile with an M processor, about 1.8 gigahertz, something like that, with a gigabyte of memory, and it has the Intel 915 Express Graphics chipset. What that means is I can't run the glassy Aero interface in Windows 7, couldn't run it in Vista as well. It's just not powerful enough to do that. But that being said, there's some big differences there between Windows 7 and Vista. So I'm running this beta on here, and I'm configuring it as an everyday laptop to run business software. I don't use it for games. I don't use it to listen to music. I don't use it to watch videos. It runs your basic office productivity suite of applications, accounting software, sales and marketing software, all the things I need for my business. And remember, the whole part of what I do and for the community is about small business and looking at technology for small business. So I wanted to first begin with what I like about Windows 7. First off, I did a clean install. So I wiped the drive, did a clean install, and it was probably the fastest clean installation I've ever done. It was like 22 minutes flat, and I was actually up and running Windows 7. The boot time is much faster. It wakes up from sleep a lot quicker than Vista did, a lot faster. I like the new taskbar. I've been reading a lot of people out there saying, well, the new Windows 7 taskbar is a lot like the OS X dock, and no, I have a Mac over here, and it's got the dock. There is quite a bit of number of differences. And I actually don't think it's half bad. I kind of like it. It takes a little getting used to. There's a feature now called Jump List, and a jump list is essentially like your most recently used documents, maybe created in Word or Excel, something like that. And here, adjust the microphone a little bit, and you can go to the taskbar, right-click on the application in the taskbar, and see that list of your last document, so forth, like in Word. Click on that, and it'll launch Word with that document. So that's a huge time saver. It can be. So I think they're very convenient. It's definitely less resource hungry. Right now I've got Excel, Outlook, Word, and Internet Explorer, and Firefox open on this machine right now. Remember, this is only a gigabyte of memory, but about 50% of my RAM is free, and my CPU is running at about 2 to 5% when everything's minimized and really not doing anything. Another thing I like is the Windows sidebar is no longer in my face. Now that's a good thing. What I still don't like is how I can easily just hide my gadgets like I can with my widgets on OS 10. You know, they stay totally out of the way till I want to see them. I really don't need to see the weather constantly on the screen. I like for it to disappear and then a touch of a button come back. A very, very cool feature is the side-by-side thing. I can't really demonstrate it here, but maybe I'll do that in another video. But essentially, if you had, say, two windows open and you wanted to view both of them on the screen, maybe side by side, maybe you have a Internet Explorer here and Internet Explorer here, trying to finagle those two side by side so you can look at both is a real challenge to do. Well, Microsoft's made that much easier now with Windows 7. Now you just drag one window all the way left, one all the way to the right. They'll both automatically reside, and you can split right down the middle of the screen. So that's very, very cool. The install was basically very painless. In the first boot, the wireless driver was not detected. I plugged it into my LAN, went and grabbed some downloads, and suddenly, boom, the wireless driver started working. So all in all, pretty good experience. It tells me that there's a problem in the laptop with the PCI communications controller. However, I've not noticed any issues using the laptop, so I'm not sure whether that's real or a phantom. And I like some of the new gestures you can do with the window. If you take the title bar and kind of wiggle a little bit, that can make the other applications minimize. You can also, there's a little bar in the very bottom right-hand corner of the taskbar. You can click on that now and clear all minimize all the applications. So very, very cool there. Now on the cons, I'm really right now, I'm going to say again, I don't want to be unfair because this is a beta, but number one on my list, I still haven't found any real compelling reasons yet to upgrade a perfectly running Windows XP Professional box to Windows 7. I haven't seen that. Boy, however, conversely, if you're running Vista, I think you're going to be quite a bit happier when you move to Windows 7. Can't seem to remember Explorer window sizes. At least that's the issue that I'm having here. I can get them just sized the way exactly I want to look at them. Next time I use them, they're totally different size. So that seems to be an issue. As far as software incompatibilities, Windows Live Messenger will lock this thing up tighter in the drum. I reinstalled Windows Live Essentials. The other stuff, the photo gallery and all that, seems to be working okay. And finally, not so much the fault of Windows 7 itself, but here's my thoughts. People who forked over big money, hard-earned money, to purchase a copy of Microsoft Vista, if they don't get this as a free or a substantially reduced price upgrade, then I'm not going to be too happy about it. I really feel those folks are entitled to what this thing, which is a lot more fully baked version of Vista, in my opinion. I know I've had people say, no, Microsoft will never do it. Am I kidding? Is that a joke? No, I'm not joking. This stuff's expensive. Money's hard to come by. And Windows 7 looks to be more like what Vista was promised us to be. So there you have it. Microsoft is taking it in the chin big time for Vista. They know that. They're hard at work at actually fixing Vista and giving us a usable product. And I think Windows 7 will be I predict it will be a winner out there in the marketplace. So there you have it. That is my opinion on Windows 7.